he tries to kiss me. And when he tries to kiss me, I turn my head and hug him. And he grabbed both of my arms and started squeezing my arms. Whispers in my ear, "I'm going to kiss you." And then
oh my God,
immediately just started trying to kiss me.
I would have kneed him in the nuts.
I wanted to so bad. And I was literally just whatever it takes to get rid of this guy. And so as he's trying to kiss me, I'm not kissing him back. And at this point, he's just licking my mouth.
Welcome to Secrets of a Sugar Daddy. Here's your host, Marcus.
Welcome to another episode of Secrets of a Sugar Daddy, the #1 sugar dating podcast in Germany and the rest of the world, where we pull back the curtains on the good and the bad. And Lily,
super hydrated.
I never know what you're going to say. No, the shocking.
Super hydrated.
Shocking.
I've been feeling under the weather and I went and got an IV drip today, so I'm uber hydrated.
You sound terrible, but we're going to do this anyway.
How rude. I thought I sounded sultry.
No, we would disagree. Anyway, well,
I know. Yesterday I went home because we recorded yesterday too, and I was like, I sounded like an old, haggard witch.
Yeah. Well, we appreciate you taking one for the team.
I showed up.
You showed up.
I'm a trooper.
You are a trooper, and you get paid to do this anyway. Yeah. So there's that. We're just gonna get right into our guest. Enough of all the bullshit.
Did you shout out Germany yet?
Yeah, I shouted out Germany.
Dankeschön, Germany.
Wait a minute. You know German?
Yeah.
You know like 3 words.
I've been to Germany.
Have you?
With Podcast Fanboy.
You went with a sugar daddy, and it was an amazing trip. I want to go.
It was awesome.
Germany.
You will love it.
When I was in high school, we hosted a German exchange student, and they're great people. I really enjoyed. He brought some friends over, and from Germany, they stayed at our house for a while, and of course, he stayed there for the whole school year. And
great food, great beer.
Yeah. Oh, I know. We love Oktoberfest, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. Anyway, enough about Germany. We're just going to get right to our guest because I'm very excited to have her in. She is a podcast fan girl. She's not the podcast fan girl because we already have that.
Oh, no, that's the Blue-Eyed Princess.
Yes, it is. But she found our podcast a few months ago. I met her on Seeking. We went out a couple of times, had a great time, but someone in the room who doesn't have a microphone named Alejandra is sitting here watching. And she kind of took me away, said, "Nope, you're all mine."
She locked you down.
She locked me down. So I had to let Lana go, but we still remain friends. And I don't know, she's a special person. I just instantly vibed with her when we met. And, I go through these profiles on Seeking, and there's thousands of profiles here locally in Scottsdale and in Arizona. But I don't know, for some reason, hers stood out. We met at the bar, and she's a Southern girl. I'm a Southern boy. We clicked there. But I just really instantly felt like she could be a good friend. And she is experiencing sugar dating for the first time. And it's been quite an experience. I talk with her weekly, get updates, and we're going to hear all about them. So welcome to the show, Lana.
Thank you.
Am I saying that right? Lana or Lana?
Lana.
Okay,
Lana.
so you guys may have heard me refer to Lana as muscles. There's a reason for that.
Yeah.
Well, I'll let her tell you about it.
Well, we haven't arm wrestled yet, but I'm afraid Lana could probably pin me down.
Every time I hear you, when you refer to me as muscles on the podcast, I just immediately started blushing. I was like, it's so flattering.
We didn't know what to call you, so we did refer to you.
It's a huge compliment.
Thank you. Yeah, it feels
this
like
is one fit woman.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
So, Lana, you are fairly new to a lot of things. You're fairly new to Arizona, and you moved here 4 or 5 months ago.
Yep.
What in the hell were you thinking when you got on Seeking?
Okay, so this is actually very entertaining for me because I don't think you actually know the full story.
What? I thought we were friends. I thought you divulged everything to me.
I do. And then I was thinking about it this morning and I was like, okay, I'm going to be on the podcast. And I was like, well, kind of thinking about my story and my journey. And I was like, I don't think he knows the beginning of how I found seeking.
We're all ears.
So for me, it's very interesting. I actually, starting out, I heard about seeking years and years ago, from one of my good friends. We refer to him as the slave. She was literally on Seeking for like 5 seconds. And
Ooh, he liked BDSM.
oh, this one is very entertaining. We call him Slave. He's a foot guy. So he does not want to meet in person. He doesn't want to see pictures of her face. She's been making thousands of dollars off this guy for years. And
They've never met.
They've never met. Never.
You know, I've heard rumors that this exists, but I haven't met anyone that actually has experienced this.
It's a real thing.
Wow.
Thousands of dollars.
Now, how old is this friend and how old are you?
I am 32 and my friend is 27.
Okay.
And she found this her senior year of college and literally got on the site. She's drop dead gorgeous. And she got on the site for like 5 seconds and then met this guy, got off the site, and has just carried this on with him for years and years and years.
Like when you say thousands,
it depends. So how this works is he will pay for shoes and pedicures and things like that. And then he will also, she wanted to go to a Shania Twain concert. And so he was like, if you send me the socks that you wear that night, I'll pay for your tickets and things like that. And then
wow.
she will sell him her old shoes. And he has literally sent pictures of the shoe duct taped to his face. I've seen the pictures. It's wild. Like he will duct tape the shoe to his face. And then they do Skype sessions. And he doesn't want her to show her face at all. He never turns his screen on. And the whole Skype session is her videoing her feet and just talking shit to him. And he likes to be called pig bitch. And he refers to her as his master. And he loves being degraded. It's wild. So
I have been asked so many times to do that. And I sort of tried, but then I just start laughing and I just can't keep it up. I can't follow through.
well, and she's like the nicest human being you would ever meet. She's so sweet, such a good person. And so for her, it was very tough to like get in that role. So when I was moving to Arizona, it was very expensive to move here. And she was like, hey, why don't you borrow my slave for a few weeks?
What?
And I was like, fuck, all I got to do is be mean to him? Like, I can totally do this. And so, yeah, she messaged him and was like, hey, for the next 4 weeks, you're going to belong to my friend Lana. And he was like, okay, whatever you say, master. And so, yeah, I did Skype sessions with him and it was the weirdest thing. It was so, so weird. But I would like do Skype sessions from just videoing my feet the whole time. And I'm like, send me $10 to lick this toe. And Cash App is just like going off the whole time. And I would literally just talk shit the whole time and he would just send me money.
Wow.
So that's how I originally heard about Seeking. And then I met through a friend. My first sugar daddy relationship, I wouldn't say relationship, but experience was I met him in the wild. I met him through a friend. And it was a cuckold relationship. Are you familiar with what that is? Okay.
Yep.
Lily,
Yep.
do you need to Google that?
No. I taught you what a cuckold relationship is.
Oh, did we have that
I've
discussion?
been propositioned for that too. It's kind of similar to what you were talking about, wanting to be degraded and berated and told how you're nothing and you have a small penis and all these other guys are so much better and you're going to pay for my lingerie while I fuck this other guy. Yeah.
Men are just,
They're wild.
they're just crazy.
Fucking
They're
weird
wild.
as hell.
So the cuckold relationship actually lasted several months and he would take me shopping. He'd buy me shoes, take me to $1,000 dinner once a week, spoil me with really fancy wine, like all the great things. So that was a lot of fun for me because I have learned that I'm very good in that dominatrix role, if you will. So yeah, I would just dominate him. He loved to be pegged and I have no problem with that. It's all fun for me. So yeah, we had a very, very interesting relationship
Okay, you met him in the wild where?
through a friend.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And how did the topic come up?
I know. How do you get to that point?
He is very open about what he likes, and he has seen pictures of me and my friend together over the years. And so he's been after her, like, hey, introduce me to her. I would love for her to peg me. Just kept saying, like, please, do you think she would peg me? And my friend was like, oh, she definitely would. She definitely would. And he's very handsome, very wealthy. So he messaged me when he found out I was coming here. And he was like, hey, you ever thought about having a sugar daddy? I was like, well, I've thought about it. Thought about the app and stuff like that. He's like, well, if you do this with me, you won't even have to download the app. I'll just take care of you. And I was a little hesitant at first. And then the more I talked to him, the more we were really connecting. And I genuinely did like him. So I went with it. And he loved for me to sleep with other men. He loved to watch. So it was a lot of fun for me.
How old were you when you met this one?
It was this year.
Oh,
So
and is it ongoing?
no, we did recently, and probably 2 months ago, roughly around that. I'm really bad with timelines. Probably about 2 months ago, ended it
Okay. Why?
because the friends that know both of us think that he was starting to catch feelings, and that's not something he ever does. And he started to get a little distant, a little weird, and then he started saying that, okay, well, in the beginning it was you can sleep with as many people as you want, whoever you want. Like, I love it. Which his favorite thing was for me to bring guys back to his house when he wasn't there, and he would watch on the cameras.
Oh,
so-
this sounds familiar.
Lily's been requested of that.
I did it one
And she
time.
did it.
One
And
time?
it was an award-winning performance, and the asshole didn't even watch. It was his idea. I followed through with flying colors. I was so proud of myself. Afterwards, I call him. I'm like, okay, what'd you think? He's like, I got jealous. I couldn't watch it.
Oh no, that's
Yeah.
not fun. No, he was very into it. He loved watching, loved it. And so, yeah, finally it got to the point to where he just started saying, well, because in the beginning it was okay for me to sleep with other men, like on and off the cameras, if you will. And then he started getting a little jealous and was like, well, only if I can watch. And then by the time he had said that, he was already pulling back. So it just kind of got a little weird. But he constantly talked about Seeking and was saying how he's met the most amazing people off of Seeking. And so that kind of opened my mind to it a little bit more. And the more he talked about it, the more I was like, well, what the hell? I might as well give it a shot.
And what do you think?
I genuinely loved the experience. It has been very interesting.
Well, it wasn't so great in the beginning.
Well, not true. In the beginning, you were my first meet and greet.
Why does
Well,
that
this
happen
sounds
so many?
familiar.
I know. So many people tell me that.
I'm having a lot of deja vu in this conversation.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So Marcus was my first meet and greet. And I remember driving there.
I know. They're not all that good.
No,
I get
they're
it.
not. They're really not. Alejandra knows. There's a reason she locked you down.
Yeah.
It was just this super relaxed experience to where I remember driving there and I was like, okay, this is something I can do. I can do this. Like, trying to hype myself up. It's not weird. It's okay. This is literally what I'm looking for. Because I didn't want a relationship. I wanted something with no pressure, no expectations, lots of sex. And I just wanted to, I feel like when I was on Bumble and things like that, it was all these people just trying to run the rat race. Everybody's trying to like get married and have kids. And I don't want either of those things because I'm divorced, been there, done that. I don't want to do it again. And so I just felt like everything was more aligned with Seeking. And then I get there and I meet Marcus and he's incredible. Like, he's just this super laid back guy. I immediately felt safe and it was incredible. First day was literally just the meet and greet. And he even left in the middle of it.
Oh, that's right. Why did I leave? I had something.
You had something come up with work to where you had to
Yeah.
go meet somebody.
Yeah. And then I came back.
Yeah. And you were like, do you mind hanging out? And I was like, fuck, I don't
I
care.
know. She's
Wow.
at the bar. I'm like, hey, I got to go take care of something. And she stayed there and waited. And I went and took care of it and came back.
And he left his credit card on the table. And
Well,
I was like,
yeah.
that's bold. That's bold. I'm an honest person, but that was bold. I was like, this guy.
Well, I felt safe leaving it there with you. And just to, like, I'm not bailing on you because, Amy has had that issue where somebody said, hey, I'm going to run out to my car to grab my wallet. And then they left,
Oh my gosh.
and it wasn't
And
good.
left her with a tab.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah. I've heard that happening a
So
few
wrong.
times. Yeah.
That's messed up. Yeah.
All right. And then where did it go from there?
Well, me and my friend, that is the only friend I have that knows about me being on the site, refer to you as the Godfather. Because
Okay.
you just were the perfect person to be my first experience. Because I remember leaving and I was in just such a good mood. I was literally on cloud nine. I was like, that was such a good experience. He was such a nice guy. I have nothing to worry about. This was so good. I can do this. And so then from there, it goes
You had
downhill.
high expectations, didn't you?
I did. And then it went downhill. Then, yeah, it got a little worse.
How
Got
come you get better nicknames than I do?
Oh, really? What's your nicknames?
The Den Mother.
But I love
the
that
Den Mother.
name.
Yeah.
I love that.
That's cute, though. I like it. I do like it.
Lily got nicknamed the Den Mother by a sugar daddy.
A guy that's coming to our party
Yeah.
Oh, which one?
is like, he's from,
He goes by Bad Brad.
yeah, he goes by
Bad
Bad Brad. Yeah.
I like it.
Is it? I can't remember where he's from right now.
Yeah.
My mind is in a swirl of party planning.
Oh, I can't
Dear
imagine.
God.
I'm so excited for this party.
So Lana's coming to the party,
Yes.
and you're going to get to meet, I think we have like about 32, 33 people actually coming to the pre-party, and then 30 people going to the concert. And I think it's divided up 10 guys?
Yeah.
20
I
girls?
think 10 guys, 20 girls.
Yeah, we have like 10 sponsors, which was really nice, which afforded us to really go out and do some nice things. The people from out of town are staying in the Airbnbs. They're going to get to know each other. Pre-party is going to be quite a lot of fun. And then, of course, the concert. And then I don't know what's going to happen after. I mean, we may still continue to party. I don't know. And then we have a brunch scheduled the next day for those that aren't flying out real early.
There are several people I'm so excited to meet.
Yeah, but we end up paying for quite a few flights, a lot more than we originally had. We had some late sponsors, so we're flying in people as far as London, Canada, and all kinds of places, I think.
Yeah, the London girl's going to do Thanksgiving dinner with us.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cute.
She's never had Thanksgiving, of course.
I keep forgetting it's an American holiday.
Right.
Yeah.
But we're really excited to have you there.
I'm so excited
Yeah.
to be there.
Yeah, you're going to get to meet other people there in the lifestyle. And Lily has kind of seen how it goes. All these people that you don't know, you instantly feel connected to them. It's a really kind of a strange but welcoming phenomena.
Well, and I definitely get that because I already feel that way with Lily and Alejandra. Immediately connected with both of them.
Yeah, you just feel very comfortable. You feel
feel
very
safe.
open. You don't feel like you have to hide your past or hide your intentions. It's something that I never imagined that would be a part of this lifestyle.
I'm so excited.
And I never thought I'd be a part of a quote unquote lifestyle. Because when people say, oh, we're in the lifestyle, you know, that's usually swingers or,
Oh,
you
just earlier today,
something like
Brian
that.
Howie said there's going to be all kinds of swinging at that party or I would come. I'm like, what are you talking about?
I
We're
know,
not
so-
swingers.
And that's what's funny is he has the whole misconception of what it's all about. He's like, so what time's your swingers party happening this next weekend? And we're like, it's not a swingers party.
I've dabbled in that world. This is not the same
No,
thing.
it's absolutely not that
Our
mindset
guests
at all.
yesterday, though, we talked to a couple that are happily married. They met on Seeking, and they love the swingers lifestyle. So they kind of combined. Well, and you know what? They're no longer on Seeking, but he had been on there for a while before he met her.
Mm-hmm.
They have an age gap, but they are happily married, living their best life, and
It's beautiful.
they are able to manage the swinging and still stay in love and
That's
have a really healthy relationship.
All right, so Lana, so after you met me, and then I kind of had to bow out of the availability category because, you know, Alejandra here to my right, which you guys can't see.
She's a hot tamale today.
is
she locked me down.
stunning.
So, but then you started kind of having some bad luck.
Oh, I went through that. Yes, I did.
And we would talk, and you would be like, I don't know if this is for me. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I don't know.
So, yeah, it went downhill. Well, about the same time as you, I was also seeing a doctor that I had met.
What? You were seeing other people?
Oh, shocking.
It is the shocking, the good, the bad, and the shocking.
Yeah, because I was still consistently going on other dates.
Right.
The more other dates I would go on, the more I was like, man, I really hope is free for, oops.
Sorry, we got to.
I can beep it.
Okay. I really hope Marcus is free for sushi this week because that was the thing. I knew Alejandra didn't like sushi. And so,
Yeah, you know what's funny? So I would tell Alejandra, I'm like, okay, since you don't like sushi, Lana and I are going to have sushi. And then I would go back and tell Lana ate like 8 rolls of sushi. Like, I can't afford to buy Lana sushi. No,
well, it's 'cause
I'm
you
just
talk
kidding.
too much.
Yeah.
He was talking the whole time, and I'm so intrigued by his
And
story.
I'm
And I
like-
just kept eating.
The sushi would disappear, and I'm like, Lana, you want some more sushi? He goes, if you don't mind. I'm like, okay, well, I know where they make more. We just got to order it from the kitchen. They'll bring out more. And then they'd bring out more. And then we'd have a little bit of conversation. I'd eat one piece and the rest of the roll is gone. I'm like, wow, you really like sushi, don't you?
I love sushi.
So do I. It's so good.
But for some reason, Alejandra doesn't fancy sushi.
Trucker doesn't like sushi
No?
either. No.
You know, I always found sushi to be a fairly safe date when sugar dating. Most girls love sushi, and when you would take them out for sushi on a date on Seeking, they would really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
They really loved it, but it's not 100%. That is one of my go-to first or second dinner dates with a girl from Seeking.
Okay, so I want to hear about the
Doctor?
Yes.
The doctor.
Is that the one that tried to scam you? No.
No,
That was the one from Hollywood Hills.
No. Let her get. She'll tell you about it.
Okay.
There's so
You're getting
unraveled.
ahead of her.
Sorry,
So
we're
much
going to have to do a double episode. There's so many questions I have.
There's a lot.
Well, she'll probably get to most of them here.
So the doctor, I would refer to him as Dr. Thor. He looked like a god. I mean, just this man was, and honestly, I thought it was a scam in the beginning because he was so gorgeous. I mean, literally looks like Thor. Blue eyes, tall man, six pack, lots of muscles, just absolutely gorgeous.
And you met him on Seeking.
Yep.
Okay.
And we hit it off so well, talking nonstop. He was incredible. We really connected, and the sex was absolutely amazing.
What?
And
Did you peg him?
no, I didn't peg him. I would have.
Yeah. I would have done anything he asked.
Yeah, he was a little more masculine, I guess I would say. Well, that's not really true because a lot of very, very masculine men like to be pegged, but a little more in that traditional.
It massages the prostate.
Yeah, it's phenomenal.
Yeah.
So
They just don't like to admit it.
exactly, exactly. He was, I mean, gorgeous though, and he was incredible and just phenomenal energy. We really got along so well, and we met several times, and he would pay me $700 every time. That was the higher end for what I had experienced, and
Yeah, that's
kept-
good.
yeah.
That's a good PP. It was a PPM, right?
yes,
All right.
yes. And I kept thinking, like, I get paid $700 to have sex with this man. Like, I would do it for free. This is insane. I'm so lucky. And he disappeared on me, stopped responding, kind of ghosted me, and then he messaged me a picture of him in a hospital bed and was like, "Hey, you know, I'm not ditching you. I've just got some things going on." And I was like, "Okay, no worries." And then he kept saying he really wanted to meet me. And we scheduled like 3 more times, and something came up for each time. And then he just quit messaging me altogether and just disappeared. I was like, "Oh, well,
Yeah,
another
that
one bites
happens.
the dust."
Well, do you think he has some kind of fatal condition or something?
I hope not.
Well, Lily, the problem with Seeking and sugar dating is there's lots of shiny objects out there, and men get distracted very quickly.
I think my gut is telling me that he was in an open relationship. And my gut is telling me it was something to do with that. Like maybe he wasn't married, he was in a committed relationship. My gut is saying that something went on there. So,
You're probably close to that.
yeah. So that one was disappointing to lose, but
But there's a but.
there's a but. I'm blushing already. But I have met my person.
Dun, 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 dun. Lana
So
is announcing that she met her person.
On Seeking?
and it's so funny because I'm just like you. I did not like Secret Benefits. And the only person I met on Secret Benefits is my person.
Are you
so
kidding me?
great.
Swear.
What?
Just same exact story as yours.
I didn't
Yeah.
know you met him there. Did you tell me that?
Probably.
Okay.
You probably weren't listening.
Probably. Well, I just know that it was a sugar relationship.
Yes.
That's turned
So.
into more.
But we went through some rough patches before I found him. So there was one guy that Alejandra actually also went on a date with.
Oh.
That guy. What was his name? Eduardo.
Eduardo.
He was horrible. Horrible meat.
What was horrible about Eduardo?
Yeah, tell us about Eduardo. You told me, and I'm just sitting there going, what is this guy thinking?
So he tried to cancel. Then he said, "Just kidding, I'm free." And so I had to shuffle my plans multiple times. Then he was like 30 minutes late and kept texting me saying, I'm on my way. And so he finally gets there and very vaguely looks like his pictures, but does not look like his pictures. His pictures were highly edited. And he is this short little fat guy that would not stop talking. He literally, I was at dinner for 2 hours and we know nothing about each other. I couldn't get a word in. He was so insulting to the servers. He kept snapping at the waitress, which that's my big thing on any kind of date. If you are rude to a server, I'm out. Absolutely not. That is a non-negotiable for me because it matters how you treat people. And I am a very kind person and I want to be surrounded by people that are
I had
kind.
a first date and she was rude to the server. No. I'm just done with it at that point. I'm like, really?
Absolutely
no.
not. This says a lot about a person.
Yeah.
But he just was talking the entire time about his Harvard education and would not stop talking about Harvard and how, you know, his kids are so intelligent and how they're all so intelligent and so successful, which is great. But it was just to the point where like I couldn't even get a word in. And I realized at one point, especially when he was being rude to the server, never even made eye contact with the servers, wouldn't look at them, would just snap at them. And then when he went to order, he only ordered an appetizer and then he was like, we don't need any dinner. And I was like, well, I'm hungry. Marcus knows I eat.
What a loser.
Yeah.
Lana can put away some food.
Yes, I can. And so it was awful though. I realized at one point under the table, I was just gripping my hands together so tight. And just like, I realized, oh, I'm really uncomfortable. And so I excused myself to go to the bathroom, literally just to get a break from him. I went and sat in the bathroom and was texting my friend. And I was like, this is horrible. And then it literally went on for 2 hours. And it was
Why did you let it go on for that long?
Well, I couldn't get a word in to leave, like to end it. Like I literally.
I know you don't want to be rude, but at some point you're like, I got to get out of here.
Well, and I finally was like, okay, well, you know, I do need to get going. And so and at one point of the date, he was like, asked me about, you know, well, you know, what's your upbringing like? And I was like, oh, why? You know, I had a pretty rough childhood. And that's all I had said. And he turned that into, well, I wonder how, you know, we were really poor growing up. And I wonder how I ended up so successful and you ended up where you're at.
What?
And I was like, you don't even
Condescending.
right? I was like, you don't fucking know anything about me.
I hate that so much.
Like, how insulting. And so I didn't even dignify it with a response. And that was the point that I was able to like say it was time to go. And he was like, oh, well, you know, I'm a proper gentleman, so I'm going to walk you to your car. I was like, whatever it takes to get rid of this guy. And so which I'm really particular, like I always back my car in so that if they do want to walk me to my car, they can't see my license plate. Like I'm really very cautious in a lot of ways. And so I didn't really want him to see what I drove, but I was like, whatever, just anything to get rid of this guy. So we walked to my car. He tries to kiss me. And when he tries to kiss me, I turn my head and hug him. And he grabbed both of my arms and started squeezing my arms. Whispers in my ear, I'm going to kiss you. And then
Oh my God.
immediately just started trying to kiss me.
I would have kneed him in the nuts.
I wanted to so bad. And I was literally just like, whatever it takes to get rid of this guy. And so as he's trying to kiss me, I'm not kissing him back. And at this point, he's just licking my mouth. And I'm like, what the hell is happening? And so I pull back and I was like, it's my friend's birthday. She deserves to be celebrated. I need to leave. Which for me, you know, one of my core values is that I tell the truth. It was my friend's birthday and she does deserve to be celebrated, even though I wasn't celebrating her birthday with her. She already had plans and I did need to leave. So I made sure it was still the honest truth. And
well, I did an extra sugar. Matter of fact, one of my very first extra sugars on when it is okay to lie. And I think this occasion, God would not punish you for lying.
Yeah, for sure. So he was like, oh, that sucks. I was going to convince you to take me back to your house. And I was like, oh, well, that would not happen either way. But I do need to get going. And I left. And then he just like and it was so weird. I was like, what? Convince me to take him back to my house. That's weird. And I just got the feeling he was probably married, which Alejandra said that he was married. Yeah. And he told me he was single. You know, you got to love a good liar. So yeah, that was a god awful experience.
Yeah. I remember you messaging me about that.
Yeah. Yeah, I did. I did text you about that.
And then showed Alejandra. Did I show you the picture or did I show you the text? I think I showed you the picture and you're like, yep, I've gone out with that guy.
So then we learned that if I'm going to go on a date, I'm going to send all the information to and have him circulate it real quick. Yeah, and then there was another one as well that told me he was single. We went to lunch in the middle of the day, and I was fairly excited to meet him. And we get to lunch, and I'm not big on PDA, and he could not keep his hands off of me. And he ends up grabbing me by my belt on my pants, drags me across the booth, and starts sticking his tongue down my throat.
Wait, what was this one's name?
D is his name on Seeking.
Is he Hispanic?
Yes.
I think I went out with that guy too.
Did you?
Oh God.
Well, he told me.
Was he
and
short?
He was shorter, yes. Bald, kind of muscular.
Oh gosh, I'm gonna have to go back. I have to go way back in time. This is
His
one of the
real name?
first ones I went out with.
The sugar
I don't know.
daddy,
We called him Mexican Daddy.
yeah, the sugar daddy pool can be quite small here, and you guys experience a lot of the
Did
same
his
ones.
grown son and the son's girlfriend live with him at his apartment?
Oh, I don't know. We didn't make it that far.
Oh.
When we sat down, I confirmed that he was single. He said, yes, I'm single. And then after he tried to make out with me, and he was like, I can tell you're uncomfortable. And I was like, well, I don't like PDA. And then he kept trying. And I was like, okay, you're not going to respect what I'm saying. All right, you're out. Then he tells me that he's married. And then I'm very uncomfortable because we're now in a public place. You're making out with me. You told me you're single. You're married. I don't know who you know. I don't know who your wife knows. I'm not trying to be a homewrecker. This is very uncomfortable. And he was just so excited about the whole thing, wanted to have me be his full-time sugar baby, like was all about it, and then never heard from him again. It was so weird.
That is weird. I don't think it was the same guy. He didn't own like a pool cleaning business or something like
I
that.
don't think so. I think he did.
I think it was a different guy. My guy was equally aggressive. Oh, yeah.
Such a turnoff.
Yeah, so
Interesting
now you're
ones.
thinking, what is going on here?
Yeah.
Like, how do I find a good guy like Marcus?
Right? Yeah. And then you guys invited me to dinner with Jay.
Uh-huh.
And that was when things started looking up a little bit.
Yeah, so here's what's great about this is like, even though it didn't work out with us, we stayed friends. And then I'm sitting there thinking, yeah, she would be a great person to come along to join us for dinner. We had an extra spot. And there's other guys, and I'm thinking, she might get along with them well. The reason I bring that up is because I'm still on Seeking, and I get messages from people, and I talk with them, and it is podcast research. I know Alejandra's like, let me see what you guys are saying. And she'll go through my messages. Well, I don't care. I'm not trying to do anything sneaky. But I've had people like, no, I don't think so. I think you're fake or you're a scam or, I was like, whatever. They don't want to be, I don't know. It's weird to them that I would still want to talk to them even though I am exclusive.
And it's their loss.
I know. And
because
that's what I'm thinking.
you're the best connection to have.
Yeah. So don't discount every conversation
Be
that you
open-minded.
have. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you end up coming to dinner with us. You got to meet Lily for the first time.
Yes.
You got to
the
meet
gorgeous
Trucker
Lily and Trucker.
and podcast fanboy.
I didn't get to meet him. We talked about him.
Oh no, he wasn't there on that
He
one.
wasn't
That's
there.
right. And then who else?
Because I'm excited
Oh,
to meet him.
And then Jay. And then you got to meet Alejandra for the first
So
time.
excited about that.
And the food was
The
fantastic.
food was so good.
Yeah.
So good. And Jay was just absolutely incredible. Such a nice guy. Really genuinely just
Yeah, he
very
really
nice
is.
man. Yeah.
Does he still text you?
He actually hasn't texted me back. I did let him know that I found my person and that I was
Yeah.
going exclusive. And he actually never responded to it. So I hope he's doing well.
He's doing great. He
Good.
texts me a few times a week and
Good.
we worked on his profile and
There we go.
he's getting a lot more traffic now. And
He is somebody I would love to stay friends with. We clicked really well. We went on one more date after that. He actually changed his flights to come here instead of going straight home so that we could go on a date. And he's a remarkable person. He really is.
yeah, we enjoy him too.
Okay, so now tell us about this person. Things weren't going great, and then
Things
all of
were
a
not
sudden they
going great.
started improving.
Yes. So because they weren't going great, I got on secret benefits and I hated it. Didn't
It's
like
so
it.
weird, right?
It's not user friendly.
No.
I just didn't like it. And the only person that I met off of secret benefits was my guy. We'll call him Dale. And
Why are we calling him Dale?
I'll have to tell you after
like
the show.
Chippendales?
There's another creative little thing behind that. I'll tell you
Okay.
after.
Okay.
It'll give it away.
Okay, Lily, it's Dale. Let's just go with that.
So
Dale. Good old Dale.
So Dale is from Australia. He lives there. He's born there, raised there. 1,000% Aussie.
You just like his accent.
That's very hot. Yes, it's very, very.
He's a little thunder from down under.
Yep. He's a very attractive man, very muscular, great shape. He's an athlete. He has gorgeous blue eyes. I don't know. Ever since I moved to Arizona, there's just something about blue eyes that's been working for me. So I went on a date with him, and it's really funny because I remember it was a Saturday, and it was like a last minute thing. I was at the gym, and he was like, "Hey, would you want to go to a D-backs game?" And I was like, "Absolutely, yes, I would." And we were going to do that. And then I don't remember exactly why that didn't pan out, but we ended up deciding just to go to dinner instead. And I was feeling so tired that day. I was so drained. And I remember just texting him and be like, "Hey, can this just be casual? Do we have to, I don't feel like doing the whole thing. Like, I always put effort into this thing. I really spend a lot of time on hair and makeup and getting dressed and picking out my outfit. And, you know, I always put so much effort into that. And I've been having such bad luck that I was like, I don't fucking feel like doing this." And so I was like, can this just be casual? And I was like, "Can I just wear like jean shorts and my Jordans?" And he was like, "Abso-fucking-lutely, please. Please wear jean
gotta
shorts
love that.
and Jordans." Perfect. So we go to meet, and I see he's got his back turned to me, and I see him from like across the parking lot. And I was like, that's definitely him. I just knew automatically. And he turned around, and the second he turned around, I saw him say something. And afterwards, he told me he literally laid eyes on me and said, "I'm fucked."
Oh, wow.
In a good way?
In a good way. I hugged it. And I remember him texting me before we met, and he was like, not shy, but he was like, "How am I going to know if you like me?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm brutally honest. You'll know. There's no filter to me. I don't hold back at all. Like, I'm a brutally honest person." I was like, "I promise you'll know." And he was like, "Okay." And I hugged him, and I was like, "Oh, fuck, you're hot." And he was like, "What?" And he was like, "Oh, okay." And so we went and sat, and you know how I eat.
Yes, I do.
And I didn't take a bite of my food.
Really?
I was just so involved in conversation with him.
Starstruck.
Literally.
How old is Dale?
He is 46.
Nice.
So there's a 14-year gap.
Not bad.
It's not too bad.
Yeah.
He's probably, the doctor was the youngest. He was 39. So this is the second youngest I've dated off.
Now, has he been married before?
He has. He's been divorced for 15 years.
Divorced for 15 years?
Yes.
Does he have children?
He has 2 kids,
Okay.
18 and 22.
So he's really not looking for
No.
anybody to have kids with.
No,
or,
which is perfect because I
I
don't
know.
want kids.
There
So-
you go.
So it's very interesting. We were just in the exact same place. We wanted someone to travel with, something low pressure, no expectations, lots of sex, really good sex, good chemistry. We wanted the exact same things. He doesn't really identify with like the sugar daddy thing. He got uncomfortable when I called it sugar dating once. And I was like, "Okay, we don't have to call it that. We can call it whatever you want." And he's like, "Well, you know, it just," and then we actually had a conversation about the podcast and about you guys and how you met Trucker and you've met Alejandra and how it's just so different from what people think. And so he kind of came around, and he's like more open-minded, not so shut off from.
So does he listen to the podcast?
I sent it to him, and he got nervous, and he'll probably listen to this episode.
He got nervous.
He was like, "I don't know if I want to hear this." I don't know.
So was there any discussion of like PPM or gifting?
Yeah.
Or...
So we agreed on 500 ppm, and we went to dinner, and he was like, "You know, how will I know if you like me and all this?" And I told him, I remember, and this is so rare for me, most first dates never make it to a second date. I was going on 2 and 3 first dates a day, meet and
Right.
greets, and none of them ever carried over, very rarely. And so Marcus, and so I remember at one point in the dinner, I was just like, "We can leave whenever you want. I'm good to go." And he was just like, oh, okay. We went back to his hotel, had the greatest sex I've ever had in my life.
What made it so great?
The connection, the chemistry. He knows what he's doing. He's great in bed, but just the immediate connection.
Yeah.
The whole time I was a little like almost taken back. Like, what is this I'm feeling? Like, this is very strange for me to immediately feel so deeply connected to somebody. And it was just, I don't believe in love at first sight. Like, I think that that's so cheesy and cliche, but apparently I'm proven wrong because we have definitely fallen in love.
Okay, so wait, is this a long distance thing then?
Yes.
If he's in Australia?
He lives in Australia. I live here.
That's a little tough.
And you met how long ago?
About a month.
And how much time have you spent together?
We spent the first week and a half together. We ended up spending every single day together. And then I never bring men back to my house. That's like a big no-no. And yeah, I let him, the last like 4 or 5 days, he stayed with me at my house. And we were just inseparable.
And what does your roommate think of him?
She loves him. She was very hesitant at first. She was like, what the fuck is happening? Lana does not do this. Lana does not fall for people. She doesn't even go on second dates hardly. Like, this is not her at all. And so she was very skeptical. And then she met him and she so comfortable. She loves him. She thinks that we're a great match. She's just still shocked that this has happened because this is so not me.
So how are you going to negotiate the long distance thing?
We're doing phenomenal. We FaceTime 3 times a day. We text in between. When I'm going to bed, he's really just getting his day going. And he's retired, so...
Yeah, what is the time difference down there?
It is probably 10 a.m. tomorrow there right now.
Okay. Really?
Yeah. So they're
Wow.
a day ahead. He's really good at the time difference. I have it on my phone and I just check it on my phone. all
What
the
part
time.
of Australia?
So Sydney.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
Sydney's so nice.
Now you're flying down there soon. Have you ever been?
I have not.
Oh, girl.
that's-
You're going to love it.
I'm jealous.
So that's actually one of my top 3 places I want to go is Australia. So
It's wonderful.
I'm so excited.
The people are wonderful. The wine is wonderful. There's so much culture. You'll
I'm
love
so
it.
excited. I can't wait. He's got the whole thing planned. It's all literally him and his daughter. His daughter loves me.
How old is his daughter now?
She's 18.
Oh my gosh.
And we're just 2 peas in a pod. She just loves me.
Let's see a picture of this guy, Dale.
How long are you staying down there?
I'll be down there for 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Fun.
And then I'll come back. And then I'm going back again for Christmas. His daughter wants me there for Christmas.
So pretty soon, I think Arizona is going to lose or going to lose Lana.
We'll have to bleep that.
Yeah.
He's my home screen.
Yeah, I want to see him.
This is so cute.
He took me to the
You
World
guys look
Series.
adorable together. You know, it's true love
Let me see.
when your SO is your screensaver.
Yes. Yes. And it's funny because I'm not his type at all, and he's not my type. That part is a little unique. Aw, look, Trucker's your screensaver
Yeah.
too. So cute.
Me and Trucker.
Yeah, his type is blonde hair, fake tits, Barbie doll type, not me. And then my type is bodybuilder, tattoos, beard, rugged. So it's so funny.
He
And-
looks more clean cut.
yeah, he's very clean cut. And so he jokes all the time. He's like, well, my type has changed. Now my type is brunette and short and feisty. So
Well, you know what? Even Alejandra's brought this up. She'll look at some of my past sugar babies and, our girlfriends, and she's like, yeah, but she's blonde and pale skin, and you like dark girls. What? I'm like, you know what?
Marcus prefers the brown girls,
Yeah,
but
I
he
mean-
likes the 31 flavors.
he likes to dabble.
No, there's just some people, they have a personality that you're just instantly attracted to. It doesn't matter what they look like.
Absolutely. Which the good thing is that we both find each other very, very attractive. I was driving here and he FaceTimed me real quick and I was like, okay, I can't really FaceTime. I'm driving. And he was like, wow, you look so stunning today. And I was like, I literally got 3 hours of sleep last night and I felt like I looked so old today. I was like, thank God this is just audio and not video. And he was like, no, you look so beautiful. Just kept going. And then when he hung up the phone with me, he was like, hey, don't hang up. I was like, what? And he was like, you're really beautiful. I'm like, oh my God.
All right, we got to know. We got to know.
Uh-oh.
You've been throwing around the L word.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
After 1 month. Oh my goodness.
We were throwing around the L word after 1 week. I've never
Really?
done that ever.
That didn't feel uncomfortable to you?
It just, no.
It was just natural?
It's so natural. I'm telling you.
You got to be on cloud 9 right now.
I am. I'm absolutely on cloud 9. Whenever we met and it was just, everything was so immediate. And we both know this is insane. We met, fell in love in a week. Every day we look at each other on FaceTime and we're just like, we're fucking nuts. This is
This
crazy.
is rom-com material right here.
Literally,
Right.
it's so gross. Like, what is happening? So he broke me. I don't know.
Well, I am so happy for you. And that's why I was really excited to get you in to the studio. I know you're a big fan because you binge listened to the
binged,
shows. You were
yes.
like, I have been listening to and from work every day. And are you caught up? I don't even know.
There's still a few. I'm pretty much caught up from when Lily started.
You pretty much have the gist of what's going on here.
I've listened to at least 100 episodes.
Yeah. And so you know most of the characters. And,
Well, I'm editing 123 right now, so you're very close.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
If you've done 100, you've only got 20 something to go.
Well, she's listened to the
I
newer
listen to them
ones, and
backwards.
she's
I'm a weirdo. I literally listened to them backwards because Marcus was telling me all the things that's going on and tell me about these people as we're meeting and going on dates. And I was like, well, I can't start at the beginning because I have to know what's happening with this. So I literally have been listening to them backwards, which is interesting.
Yeah, it could be. I think you could probably listen to them in any order
really
and be
could.
fine.
You're really good.
So you guys have both deleted your profiles.
Yes.
And
Not only did we delete our profiles, this is not something I asked of him or that he asked of me, but that first week he went through and deleted every picture of every other woman out of his phone, which he was just like me. He was just like me to where the amount of, I joke and I say if I deleted the dick pics from my phone would physically be lighter. Like, so,
that is
and he's just like me. And he deleted his hidden folder. He deleted every picture. He texted every girl that he was seeing.
man,
and
that is
said-
love right there.
He said, "Hey, look, I found my person. Like, I wish you the best, but we're going to discontinue this."
Wow.
And I think there was only one that he was like, "Hey, I would still like to be friends with you," and we're both comfortable with that. He deleted everything.
So here's the bad thing. Here's what's really bad about all
I
this
know you're going to say
information.
it's a red flag.
No. As soon as we
I
walk,
know what you're gonna
as
say.
soon as we walk out of this studio and get in the car, Alejandra is going to be up my ass.
To be your screensaver.
Yeah, and to delete and she sees, like, every day we look at my history of the OneDrive, it shows all the pictures throughout the years. This is what you were doing on this day last year, 2 years ago. She's always looking at it. She's like, who's this girl? Who's this girl? Blah, blah, blah. Because I don't delete anything.
You're fucked. I've totally screwed you on this one. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. So my point is, you fucked me over here with this information, and Alejandra in the room here.
Just give Alejandra a raise and maybe she'll give you a break.
I just gave her a raise.
Oh, you did? I've been wondering
Yeah.
if that went through.
Yeah, it went through.
You got like a 2-day break.
Yeah. So she
Yep.
can't say too much about it, but
Okay, you met the daughter and she loves you. Have you met the son?
No, I haven't got to meet him because he doesn't live in the same city. And it's so funny. Every night when we FaceTime, the second she hears my voice from his bedroom, she comes running and she'll jump in bed and she'll just be so excited to talk to me. She'll just take the phone and like take over the conversation. And we just get along so well.
okay. So has she asked how you guys met?
Okay, our story is we met.
Everybody has a story.
We got to have a story. So we say that we met in a bar in Tempe and that I approached him because that's totally like a me thing. People would totally
The
believe
thirsty lion.
Or Bar Louie?
that. No, we said it was a rooftop bar.
Oh, rooftop bar in Tempe. Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's sexier.
Yeah.
Alejandra, did we meet at the gym? Is that our story? Yeah. I can't even remember. She's like, okay, this is where we met and blah, blah, blah. I'm like,
Yeah. So
it's unfortunate that you can't just say,
no.
I don't know. You know what a lot of people say, which ends conversation quickly, is, oh, through a mutual friend. And there's really no other question for them to ask after that. They can't really dive in any
I
deeper.
don't know. I feel like people be like, well, you don't know that many people there. So which friend?
Yeah. We interviewed the couple from Austin, and, they had their story too, that they met. What was it, Lily?
They said they met on Tinder.
On Tinder, yeah. They said they met on Tinder.
Well, and I met my ex on Bumble. So that could have been a good story. But
anytime you go, oh, I met them online, they're like, oh, what app?
yeah, they want to know.
And
you
then,
can't say that.
there's more questions, and then it's just
Yeah.
like,
Trucker and I met on Match.com.
is that your story?
Yeah, but I've never been on Match.com in my life.
Yeah.
That's a good story. That's a good one.
Right.
Yeah.
So the daughter doesn't know how you met
No.
in real life. And I guess the age difference is not that extreme, so there's really no,
It depends on who you ask.
yeah, but obviously Alejandra and I are 29 years
Yeah,
difference.
it's a little bigger.
Yeah,
of
it's
a
a
gap.
little bigger of
Yeah.
a gap. Yeah. And the couple from Austin from last week on our episode, they were telling us stories where they literally had to get escorted out of a place because people thought he was creeping on this young girl because she looked so young.
They had a 20-year age gap.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And I told a story that happened to me last year where I was at a concert with a girl and she was 21. And literally, a woman grabbed her as we were leaving the concert and says, "Come to the bathroom with me. Are you okay? Come to the bathroom." And we're like looking, and she's like, "Are you okay?" Because she thought I was some creepy old man hitting on this young girl.
Oh my God.
You know what? I could see that. It kind of looks like that.
Yeah.
Okay. What does Dale do for a living?
So he's retired.
Oh, he's retired from what?
Sport.
Or you can't say.
Sports.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He was in the sports industry.
Oh, I think I maybe heard this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he's made some good investments. So now he
Nice.
just lives off the interest.
Does he help you financially?
Yes. He wanted to talk about it after, that first week. He was like, so, now that I'm like staying at your house and this is like a very weird situation, he's like, I'm comfortable doing whatever you want. It's weighing heavy on me that I want to make sure you feel like you're getting your end of the bargain. And so he asked me, and I was like, honestly, I mean, at this point, I'm just not really that concerned about it. And it just became this very laid back thing. So from there, he's like, well, look, I'm just going to pay for everything. And then I think he said, when you come to Australia, I'll give you like $2,000 cash or something like that to go back. And so this very vague thing now, but it's not even about that.
No. It changes when your heart gets involved, doesn't
Yes,
it?
yes. And he's taken me shopping and he has spent so much money on me. It makes me feel a little guilty, but I have a hard time accepting things like that. But yeah, he's definitely spoiled me, hardcore spoiled me. And then he's taken me to Target and like restocked our house with things. And, we just moved into this house, so we literally have nothing. And he is very upset that I don't have dishes or the basic necessities that most people have in their home. And so when he comes back, he's wanting to take care of all of that for us.
So how often is he going to come back to Arizona?
So the plan right now is I will go there at the end of the month, and then he is going to fly me back out for Christmas. And then he is going to come back after his daughter's birthday. He'll come back for February.
Okay.
And so he's going to spend the whole month with me. And then we're going to fly back together for his birthday. And that's as far as we've planned.
Okay.
When is his birthday?
March 16th.
Oh, he's an Aries.
No.
Oh, no?
No, he's the one before it. Pisces, I
Oh,
think.
Pisces.
Is that the one before it?
Aries are good people.
Lily.
Oh, so if he's a Pisces, he's a bad person.
No,
I'm
no,
just
no.
kidding. I'm
I
just
don't know.
kidding.
She was just
know
Lily and
nothing
I are
about-
both Aries, and so is Kevin, and so we're trying to include him in our club. But
Yeah.
Gotcha.
He doesn't
just missed
qualify.
the mark.
Sorry, Dale. I know nothing about Pisces. I'm sure they're wonderful.
yeah.
Well, he's a remarkable human being. So I'm just so grateful.
I'm happy for you.
Lana, this
that
is
happened
fantastic.
fast.
Yeah.
I kissed frogs for 2 solid years.
Yeah.
I thought I put in my time. I did not. I put in a very short period of time.
Yeah.
And
well,
You lucky thing.
I guess so. I just,
you're an easy person to get along with, and eventually,
That's true.
Yeah, somebody is going to come by and appreciate that. And
yeah.
sounds like he's the one. So I want to meet him. Hopefully, he'll be
Yeah.
comfortable enough to
Oh,
meet us.
he totally would. He's
Yeah.
so laid back. He's an Aussie. He doesn't give a fuck. He's so
Yeah.
laid back.
Love it.
He's the coolest. So
Yeah, when he's down, let's all go out to
let's
dinner.
do that.
Yeah,
Definitely.
absolutely.
Oh, I would love that.
Too bad he can't come for the concert.
I know. And it's funny because I asked him, I was like, hey, so forgot to tell you, and again, everything has been just 1000% honesty, which I really think comes from meeting on a site like this. I've told him things I've never told anyone else. He knows all of my stories. He knows about how many guys I was dating at a time. He knows everything. So there's no hiding anything, just total open, brutal honesty.
I love that.
Full
too.
disclosure.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And it's both ways.
It's healthy
It is.
most of the time.
Yes. And we're honestly like, I know I'm a freak. I love hearing about his sex stories and things like that. So I love the details. It turns me on. But we've been very, very honest about everything. And I was like, oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, I have this party I'm going to. You are okay with this, right? And he was like, yeah, but like, what kind of party is it? Like, he's wanting to, like, just intrigued. And I was telling him about the party, and he was like, oh, fuck yeah, you should definitely go. He was like, I would never tell you not to do something, but you should go have a good time. He was like, and then it'll speed up the time, and before you know it, you'll be flying out. So I have
Because you are leaving right after.
yeah, I have the party with you guys. Is it the party's Friday and Saturday, right?
Yes.
Well, yeah. It's
And brunch on Sunday if you're so inclined.
Oh, I'm down. And then I fly
She
out
likes to
Wednesday.
eat.
I love to eat. I fly out Wednesday.
wow. Well,
A whirlwind.
This has been a lot of fun. Lily, good call on this. We were trying to figure out who our guest was going to be this week, and she said,
I said,
"You think Lana would
What
want to do
about
it?"
Lana? And he's like, no, she'll be working. I go, I'm going to ask her anyway, just in case.
I'm
Yeah.
so excited you guys asked. I'm so excited. About
You know,
this.
have you ever done a podcast before?
I have not. This is my first one.
How good was she?
She's just
natural.
She's a very confident, well-spoken woman.
Thank
Yeah.
you. When I told my Aussie about it, he said, well, you love to fucking talk, so you'll be great for it.
Yeah.
There we go.
Well, if you want to share your crazy sugar dating stories like Lana did, and there was some good ones in there, you can go to our website, secretsofasugardaddy.com, and leave us a message there. Or Instagram is a great way to get a hold of us. We get a lot of stories there too. And don't forget to go to our Patreon. We are working on getting exclusive content in there. It's $10 a month. It's very, very cheap. Help support the show. Help support Lily. I do have to pay her to
Yes,
show
sir,
up.
you sure
Although
do.
she would do this for free, I think. She loves it. Oh, no, she's not answering yet.
I would do it for
Yeah,
free.
anyway.
Sure.
Again, Lana,
Let's
thanks.
pretend.
Thanks for coming on.
Of course.
Alejandra didn't have anything to say today because she didn't have a mic, but we appreciate her.
Well, she's so stunning.
She has
could
so
just
much
sit there
to
and look
say on the
beautiful.
drive home.
I'm going to hear her a lot
sorry.
on the
Next
way
time
home
we
today.
see you, your phone screensaver is going to be a couple's
Well,
picture.
she's already messed with my messages, and she put a heart by her name, and then she put her profile or something up top on my messages permanently where
she
it's
pinned it?
always
Yeah.
she pinned it. I didn't even know how to do all this stuff. All of a sudden I see it up
That's
there.
how you know you're in, when you get pinned to the top.
Yeah, so she's done a lot of stuff to my phone. Anyway. All right, we got to go. Thanks again, Lily, Lana.
Absolutely.
Talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.
Thanks for joining us. If you'd like to connect or even be on the show, we'd love to hear from you at secretsofasugardaddy.com.